Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 plants that I think are amazing, and who knows, maybe you will find a few to add to your wish list. I'm really sorry if this makes you buy more plants, but sorry not sorry. So first up we have Tradescantia pallida, and this Tradescantia is nothing like the Tradescantias that most of us know. It actually grows a lot better and you don't get as much of those kind of brown crispy messy leaves. And yeah, I discovered this by growing it, and it just stays really beautiful. The leaves are a little bit thicker and a bit more substantial, so maybe that's what it is, but it also really retains its color really well, the purple. So long as you give it lots of light, it does retain that color, and it's also really easy to look after. It's quite forgiving. I try not to let mine dry out because it doesn't really like to dry out completely, but occasionally I will accidentally let it dry out, and it's very forgiving. But yeah, if you're not really a fan of Tradescantias, give this one a go, because I found that this one is a little bit less messy to grow and definitely a bit more healthy looking. As I say, you don't get quite as much of that kind of brown crisping that you might get with other Tradescantias. And then another plant that I would really recommend is this one. This is a lipstick plant, but it's a variegated one, and I just think it's stunning. It's got the variegation in the leaves, but then you've also got the beautiful sun stressing as well, so you get these kind of purple bits. It also has lovely purple vines. It is a trailing plant, and as you can see, it really looks beautiful in a window. Trailing, it likes lots of bright light, and yeah, it's really easy to care for. A really easy grower, this one, and something a little bit different. There are plenty of lipstick plants available, but this one just has that something extra special about it, I think. And yeah, it's pretty much my favourite plant at the moment. I just absolutely love having it here in the window where it can trail. And then another plant that I absolutely adore is this one. This is a syngonium, but it's a pink syngonium. I think this one is probably the neon robusta syngonium, but this one does really well if you give it something to climb. And it's also a trailing plant if you prefer it to trail, but I personally just love growing these up something, and to see all those lovely pink kind of puffy leaves coming out is really fun, and I find this one just really satisfying to grow. I really love pink plants, and I just think that this is one of the best pink plants. We then have a Scindapsus pictus, and I just love this one. It's so easy, really low maintenance. It's one of those plants that you can kind of group with other plants, as I've done here next to the syngonium. So you can kind of have one that's trailing and then another one that's a little bit more upright, and it kind of is a really good plant to kind of incorporate into a display with other plants, but it's also really low maintenance, and yeah, it's just absolutely drama free. So if you like drama free plants that just grow really fast, I would recommend this one for sure. I think it's a really good plant. Now, one of my favorite alocasias at the moment is Alocasia stingray. And I know some of us are a little bit nervous about alocasias, but you know what? This one has proved to be quite easy, at least for me. And yes, you can probably expect it to die back a bit during the winter, but that's okay. That's what alocasias do. But right now in summer, it's just so easy to care for. And I recently gave mine a repot. It recovered really well from it. And I just think it's really funky, this one. It's got the weirdest shaped leaves. They really do look like little stingrays. And out of all the alocasias, I just find this one really interesting. And I think it's quite a unique plant to have in the collection. Now, rubber plants are really popular, but I love this one because it's a bit different and it has kind of elongated leaves. This is the Ficus alii, and as you can see, it kind of acts as a little bit of a tree, and I just think it looks great filling a corner.
it's just got a really good structure to it. As I say, the shape of the leaves are kind of elongated, and it just stands out a lot because I don't have a great deal of plants that have kind of elongated leaves, and I just really like the way this one grows. I think it would make a good sort of alternative to a Christmas tree as well. I'm just thinking that as I look at it. But yeah, this one's really easy to look after too, so you won't have to worry about it. A really stunning plant is Aglaonema Red Joy. The red varieties of Aglaonema, they hold their colour so well in the leaves and they really are stunning. This one really is a beautiful plant and it's really low maintenance too. So if you're a person who kind of likes colourful plants, I know not everyone does, but if you're into colourful plants, this is definitely one for you because it holds its colour so well. Yeah, it won't revert back to green or anything like that. They are so stable. Then another plant that I just absolutely love is the string of pearls. I love this plant. I know it's not for everyone, but give it a try. Try it once, that's what I say. You might find you love it. I certainly did. I wasn't sure when I first bought it, but I just absolutely love it now and I've got it. And it is actually really easy to care for. And I think it looks really cool, kind of hanging from a shelf as well. And it does actually really stand out against the other plants too, because it has those little bead-shaped leaves. Another plant that I would really highly recommend, this is a really easy Hoya. This is a Hoya Carnosa Freckles. This one seems to be growing really well and it's settled in pretty quickly too. When I brought it home, it's adjusted really quickly compared to some of my other Hoyas, but I just think it's a really cool Hoya. It's got a little bit of a splashiness on it, a bit kind of splashes of freckles there, and the leaves are really lovely and shiny and thick, and it's just a really fun plant to grow. I absolutely love this one, so definitely get one of these if you can find one. I think they're a really beautiful plant to have in the collection, and it just has everything really that a Hoya could have for me personally. I love it. I just think it looks beautiful on the plant shelf here. Just really enjoying that window there. Another plant that I would recommend if you are into philodendrons is philodendron Jose Bruno. This one grows so quickly and so easily, and it really is a cool plant. It does take up a lot of space, but it's worth it if you're into philodendrons. And if you want something with some kind of fancy variegation, this one's really good and it doesn't break the bank either. It's fairly low cost to get hold of and yeah, really easy to care for too, which is what we like. We don't want dramatic plants, do we? This one's really good, I think, for everyone.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.